Good morning. Welcome to the first stream on vacation here with the wild setup. I apologize to everybody for the situation at hand. But it is what it is. It's the best we got. So we will make do with what we have. Let me go ahead and make sure this is actually streaming in live just before we go ahead and really dive into this. But it should be. It sure should be. Yeah, we are. We are live. Good. All right. Got the chat up here too. And we can go ahead and get right on into stuff, man. We can go ahead and get right on in. So today we have, it looks like 13 games in the MLB. Let me know in the comments how y'all have been doing. Also, make sure you guys are continuing to like and subscribe to these videos. I really appreciate the growth here. What up, King Mar? How we doing? How we doing? I don't know how I'm supposed to keep my phone without going out, but like I said, janky setup. It's the best we got, and we will make do. Anyways, game one here: Red Sox Orioles. So, Orioles Red Sox. On the money line, we are currently seeing a price of Red Sox minus 119, Orioles minus 102. Red Sox minus 119. I mean, I don't hate it. Bernardino here. Let's see what we got. Okay, so it's just an opener. It's pretty much a bullpen game for the Red Sox. Here's what I'm seeing. We're seeing a bullpen game here for the Red Sox. Who are you? Would you do the RB? I'm on a laptop, brother. You gotta give me a break here. You gotta give me a break here. We got a wonky little setup. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Setup looks pretty nice. I appreciate that. It's not. I'm on a laptop instead of my computer. I got no microphone. I probably sound like crap. Got no music. I got a phone to try and read chat because I don't have two monitors. It's a whole thing. But let's see here. Pitch mix wise, I mean, going up against Tomoyuki Sugano. Can't lie, man. Pitch mixes look pretty nice for the Red Sox here. We got Bregman in the eights, Roman Anthony with a little 6.06, and with a 6.8. See how let's just show off the new feature again. Let's see how Bregman's been trending against righties. 90 average exit velo. All right. Nothing crazy. What up, T-Bully? Happy you made it? Yeah. We're making it work. It's only for a few days, so. Only a couple days. We'll make it work. Feels weird, though. Feels like I'm on like a work Zoom call or something. I don't know. Doesn't feel like normal. What kind of pitches are we throwing here? What do we got? Sugano throws everything, man. That's tough. That being said, then I mean, his last 20 for Bregman. 35% hard hit rate, still only an 89 exit velo. 5% barrel rate, one barrel. Yeah, I can't say that I'm in love with how Bregman's been trending. Jaron Duran, though, a little bit better. It's a little bit better. 50% hard hit rate, 92% exit velo. Decent. Bregman, though, does have that 20% home run probability. I can't ignore that. Not ignore that. I think Bregman looks good today, even though his numbers have looked pretty bad. Good home run weather today, hey? Good weather games, okay. Potentially good home run weather. We'll see. This one is -2%, so it's not good or bad, really, honestly. Neutral. But I like the Red Sox to win this game. I like Bregman overall today. You could take him for anything. Outside of that, man, Bregman's kind of the only guy that I have any interest in on this game. I mean, I guess you could go Jarren Duran for general props or Roman Anthony. For like hits, runs, and RBIs, but that home run probability looks really good for Bregman. We don't have enough data on Bernardino, and then also it's a bullpen game for the Red Sox, so you got to kind of fade the Orioles today. You have to fade bullpen games for player props. Just not a feasible possibility, so. All right, game 2, Rays Guardians. We got the Rays here at minus 134. Let's see what the line is. Rays are sitting at plus 100. Okay. This is a good dog. Ian Seymour. Another small outing. Another short outing. This time of year is always weird because there's so many, like, I don't want to say random pitchers, but they got all these young guys that come up and hard to predict. Oh no. Uh Ian Seymour actually looks pretty solid here. 26% strikeout rate, 3% home run rate's not good. That's not terrible. Hit rate looks decent. Walk rate. Yeah, I like the Rays today as a dog, plus 100. I really do. I think it's a good value play. See what else. Chandler Simpson 302 versus righties. I mean, let's look at his exit velos. They're probably hilarious. Let's see. Yeah. Average exit velo 84.59, 65, 94. 0 barrels. He still looks good to get on base, though. I do like Chandler Simpson today. Yandy Diaz also looks decent for hit. And then obviously Lowe and Caminero look good for home runs. Both have hit one recently, actually. Let's see. Yeah, we have a home run here, 4 at bats ago, or 4 balls in play ago for Lowe. Caminero, probably similar. Well, okay, this is pretty wild to see, actually. Caminero had 4 barrels. Look at this last 5 barrel rate. Huh. Okay. 2 homers and 4 barrels. That's impressive. Okay, so Caminero might be a really good look for a home run today, too. 1/1000. I can't do it this week. We're not going to have it. No 1/1000 this week. I can't use apps where I am right now, so I literally can't even make it. Y'all can make it, though. I would love that. I would love for y'all to use this and make it. See what y'all got. But I won't be able to make a 1/1000 until Friday, maybe Saturday. So, little week break on that challenge. The only app I'm going to be using this week is Player Profit. It's the only thing I can use where I am. So yeah, I mean, Lowe and Caminero both look absolutely outstanding for home runs today. Caminero with 80% barrels in the last 5 at bats is the highest I've ever seen, though. That's insane. Carson Williams, how many at bats do we have here? 5, yeah. I mean, he only has 2 really good hits here. Everything else, nothing impressive for Carson Williams, even though his data looks good on 5 at bats. On the Guardians today, I mean, we like the Rays on the money line, so I can't really say that I'm a huge fan of the Guardians in general. I mean, I want the Rays to win this game. I like him at plus 100. Pitch mixes do not look that good. It's Ian Seymour. It's just such a small sample size guy. Makes it really tough to read. So yeah, I probably would just fade the Guardians today since there's not enough data on Seymour. Game 3, Braves Marlins. Let's see what the line is here. We like the Marlins minus 137. They were minus 106. That's another good one. Edward Cabrera versus Strider. Strider's numbers have been pretty bad this year. 4% home run rate. 23% hits. It's average. Walks average. Strikeouts have been decent for him, but they're not as high as they usually are. Yeah, his home run numbers are bad. That's what's really hurting him this year. Marlins aren't a big strikeout team, so maybe Strider gets the 6 today, but the Marlins don't strike out that much. Cabrera's got the 9th matchup here. He also gets about 6. Could be a solid play for Cabrera. 25% strikeout rate, low homer rate. Yeah, I like the Marlins today on the money line too. Rays and Marlins both look really good here on value. Braves offense. I mean, the only guys you really want to look at would be probably these top four: Baldwin, Acuna, Olsen, Profar. That's about it. Yeah, that's really all you'd want to look at here. It's nothing great. Hits, runs, and RBIs, maybe. About it. Home run wise, not. Cabrera doesn't really give up homers, so we just looked at it. He doesn't give up homers. In general, this game doesn't scream home runs. Miami's not an easy ballpark to hit home runs in the grand scheme of things anyway. They call it the cavern for a reason, man. Left center, right center. Balls just go out there to die. I would say, I feel like you got to keep riding Jacob. Let's see what Marcy's done here. Out, triple, double, double. Out, out, out. Single. Yeah. Marcy's good, man. Jacob Marcy's a beast. His pitch mix numbers are insane. I feel like you got to keep riding Marcy. If you're looking for player props in this one, you got to ride Marcy. Him or Xavier Edwards. You want to focus on the guys getting hits today. I don't really see a ton of homers. Even though Strider's been giving up meatballs this year, I just don't see it on the Marlins. Game 4, Nats Yankees. See the line in this one. Minus 241 for the Yankees. What are we doing? Huh? Minus 241 for the Yankees? Are we? Yeah, nah. This is nah. I mean, if you wanna take a shot, you wanna take a sprinkle, a mega lotto. That's at plus 140. That's at plus one, or sorry, not 140, 190. Yeah, Nats at plus 190 something. Yeah, Court, I did. I can't make a slip right now. One of those states where they don't allow DraftKings, FanDuel, any of that. I could make one on like Fliff, but it'd have to be like a 6-leg play just to get there. Fliff, it'd be like 1 to 100, 4 legs, and Fliff payouts are so bad. They're so bad. But this game's got a lot of home run potential here. Look at these numbers for Schlittler. 4.62% home run rate. Pretty high. Very high. 1.2% more than league average. Ugh. So give me James Wood for a home run. Give me CJ Abrams. Give me Josh Bell. I mean, you can a lot of guys here today. Riley Adams is probably a decent long shot. Josh Bell versus righties. Let's see how he's trending. Only an 89 average exit velo. James Wood. 90. Yeah, these aren't great exit velos. 84. 8 versus righties. About the last 5, 85. Okay, so these guys aren't really smashing it, honestly. Being completely honest. Are we still live, by the way? Like, how's the connection? Sounds like an underdog money line type of day. Yeah, Grisham was 1 for 17 against pitcher, ends up 2 homers yesterday. Baseball in a nutshell, yeah. That's why, Gorilla, that's why I don't put too much value in PvP. Connection's A1. It says I had a lot of drop frames, man. I don't know. It says this Wi-Fi is terrible. We'll have to see when I upload it to YouTube if it works. These batted ball events for CJ Abrams just ugly. But, I mean, you got to play the matchups here. You can take any of these guys for a home run today. Take your pick. I would personally probably go James Wood. But you could take your pick for the top 3 for a homer. A lot of people like Josh Bell. I know that. On the other side, Giancarlo, obviously. Every day is a Giancarlo day. 29% home run weather boost is crazy. Versus righties, Giancarlo here. 96 average exit velo over his last 20. 98 over his last 10. 50% barrel rate. 100% home run to fly ball ratio. That's crazy. Yeah, Giancarlo looks really good today. Jazz isn't bad. 456. Jazz really is not terrible. If you're looking for general props here, though, I feel like you can ride Judge today. Trent Grisham. Yeah, I mean, he could. Yeah, 2 home runs yesterday against Dustin May. You could ride him while he's hot. You could ride him while he's hot. This game just looks like it's going to be a banger. Just straight up. This game looks like it's going to be a banger. At least for offense. Got 7 options for a home run today. I would say if you're going to prioritize only 2, though, it'd be Giancarlo and James Wood. But that game looks like a banger. Game 5, Twins Jays. Gotta see what odds are again. Holy cow, this setup is annoying. Twins plus 119. Ooh. I uh I don't know. I want to say you take the Twins here at plus 119. I really want to say you take the Twins here. But I don't know how you take the Twins here. I mean, I like Joe Ryan in this matchup. I really do. Look at these pitch mix ratings. They're not great. A 5.25. It's the best you got. Varsho only a 22% chance at a homer. On the other side, Keysholes with an 8. Wallner, 21% chance at a homer. Buxton, 22% chance at a homer. Both of those guys are in play today if you want a home run play in this game. Wallner or Buxton. Stanton at plus 164 on FanDuel. Oh my God. Plus 200. Yeah, it's not great value. It's not. But you're not going to. I mean, welcome to home runs for 90% of the field. You know? Nobody's really good value. It's so unfortunate. Yeah, I think Buxton and Wallner look good as home run options today. Cody Clemens is not terrible. I probably wouldn't touch him, though. Let's see what his data looks like here. I feel like I haven't heard his name in a while. Yeah, only... Oh, okay. He's been struggling. Only 2 hard hit balls here recently. 3. On the other side, yeah, I just don't see it for the Jays today. Against Joe Ryan. Bo Bichette, good batting average, bad pitch mix. George Springer, good batting average, bad pitch mix. If you had to take someone, I mean, Springer's red hot right now. You could take George. George for hits, runs, and RBI is not bad. Oh, actually, yeah, 96 average. Yeah, he's out 4 outs with hard hit balls in a row is pretty crazy though. 3 of them are grounders. That's why. One's a pop up. Yeah, I don't really see the Jays doing much today. Or at least, I mean, they might do something, but they're not a good team on paper. Like, you're not going to get good value for them. Yes, Vladdy. I'd really, if you're in this game, they're not a bad dog. I know it's scary, but Twins are not a bad dog today. Don't go crazy. It's only plus 119. It should probably be a little bit better than that, given that the Blue Jays are minus 145. But I think you could ride the Twins today. It is a dog kind of day. It's a dog kind of day. Game 6, Phillies Mets. Uh Phillies are only minus 132. Ooh. Plus 108. There's nothing on either side of this money line. Wow. Over under is 8 runs. I would probably lean under. I think under 8 is not a bad play today. Minus 115 to go under 8 runs. Kodai Senga, Chris Sanchez. Chris Sanchez doesn't give up home runs. And he doesn't walk batters. He'll give up some hits. He'll give up some hits for sure, but Senga. Yeah. Yeah, give me under 8. Only a 19% chance for a homer for Schwarber. Nobody above 10% on the Mets. Oh, yeah. Looking pretty good. 7 strikeouts for Chris. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of under 8 here. If it misses, hand raised, my bad, but I don't see how they're scoring runs here today. I don't know if I'm wrong here, chat. You guys can let me know, but I wouldn't touch any offense in that game. I would just take the under there. Royals, White Sox. Let's see the odds here. Minus 144, yeah. Royals minus 144 is a good price. Noah Cameron going up against Shane Smith. Noah Cameron's, for a lefty, pretty darn good. Look at these numbers compared to lefties. Average on strikeouts, a little bit better than average on home runs, better than average on hits, better than average on walks, way better than average on runs per inning pitched. So, Bobby Witt versus righties here. Last 10 balls in play. No barrels, but really good exit velos, 92.79 average. Got a homer. I don't mind Bobby Witt today for general props. I think he's actually a really good look. Bobby should get 2. If you're not going to get him on a good 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs line, but you can get him for a good total bases. 1.5 total bases for Bobby today. Pascantino, this is one we should have seen coming yesterday. If you used this tool yesterday, you'd have seen this one coming. Look at his last 10 here before these home runs. Look at these. Before yesterday's home run, 111, 112, 106. 95, 81, 106 with a homer. 2 barrels leading into it. Guy was all over the board, peppering the ball until that home run. So this is a good screen for seeing someone gearing up for a home run here. A lot of really high exit velos, couple barrels, no homers. Boom, home run. So Vinny's swinging a hot bat too. Could be another really good option today for hits, runs, and RBIs or total bases. But I'd lean more so for Bobby here. On the other side, Colson Montgomery, guy's on a heater. I don't think he's hitting one out today. Let's look at the difference between him versus righties and lefties in his last 10. Righties, 91 exit velo. Got 2 homers. 60% hard hit. 20% barrel rate against lefties. 0% barrel rate. 84, 30% hard hit. Yeah. Massive difference versus lefties and righties for him. Pretty crazy to see, actually. That's insane, the difference. So I would stay away from the White Sox today, honestly. I do not see the value in them. Yeah, Bobby Witt, Vinny Pascantino both look solid today, but I think the play here is Royals on the money line. D-backs Brewers. Eduardo Rodriguez versus Woodruff. Brewers minus 180, actually, especially if you're looking for like a 2-leg. Like Brewers Royals, something like that. They're a decent favorite today. Woodruff's been outstanding. He does give up homers, though, so Ketel Marte, Corbin Carroll on home run alert. Either of those two guys, one of them probably hits one out. He gives up a lot of solo homers. Their odds, I would just take, if anyone's close to plus 400, I would take him there, but My guess is you're going to get some pretty terrible odds. For the Brewers, I think Danny Jansen gets on the board. I think Danny Jansen gets on the board today. Got good numbers versus lefties. Look at this. Hard hit's not great, but the average exit velo, 91.28 is not bad. Good fly ball ratio, too. He's due for a homer. I think Danny Jansen's really due. On Stereo and Perkins, I mean, I wouldn't touch either. Same with Durbin. I wouldn't really touch. But Jansen, I think, is in a good spot today. I really do. Woodruff strikeouts could be a really good play today, too. I don't know what his line is, but a little Woodruff strikeout action could be good today. The matchup isn't great, but his strikeout rate's insane this year. 32% of batters he's striking out. So if you can get him at like a 4.5, 5.5 line, I think I really like that play. Outside of that, Brewers offense has really cooled off. I don't trust anybody today on that team. Props. Cardinals, Pirates. Terrible weather here. Negative 18%. There's no value on either side of this money line. And there's no props here with that weather. This is a big giant X fade game. This is one of those games you just do not touch. Yeah, this is a game you just don't touch. Oh. Hell. Angels, Rangers. Angels, Rangers, minus 150. Yeah, that's not bad. Oh, minus 181. Yeah, that's bad. No value on either side of this one. I thought it was minus 151 for the Rangers. I would say, yeah, take that. Minus 181 is nuts. Minus 181 is actually crazy. I don't know what the first five line looks like, but I would look into the first five here for the Rangers. That could be a decent play instead of the money line. Especially if you're looking to try and get on like that 80 line. Eliminate the bullpen, just base it on DeGrom. So neither of these pitchers give up home runs. Neither of them. This is probably not a player prop game either. Look at all these pitch mixes. Super low. Super low. Very low on hits, runs, and RBIs. Maybe Seager looks okay, but it's not worth it, really. Nobody on this side looks good. 7 runs total only. Yeah, this is another offensive fade game. Padres, Mariners. Steers going up against Bryce Miller. Padres actually are a pretty good dog today here. Plus 108. JP Steers. Yeah, against Bryce Miller, I mean, they're not a big home run team, but O'Hearn, Machado, Arise, Tatis, these guys should all do really well on hits or hits, runs. This entire top 4 looks really good. O'Hearn, let's look at his recent versus righties. Oh, not that great. 84, yeah, not that great. Machado looks pretty good here, though. 50% hard hit rate. Tatis been doing anything? I think I haven't seen Tatis' name in forever. That's not much, man. Not really. Oh my god, these are terrible at bats. Last 10. Rough. Laureano could be a pretty good play today, too, actually. Fastball slider. Fastball slide. 95. Yeah. Laureano looks really darn good here. I do like Laureano today. 8.01, great matchup on the pitch mix. We just saw his most recent data against those pitches. Looks outstanding. Laureano could be a really good total basis play today, too, alongside Machado. Woodruff 6.5, no way. I don't know, man. I like Woodruff. I like Woodruff. 6.5 is a lot. 6.5 is a lot, though. But it depends what the odds are. If that's like plus money, I think it's worth it if you're a strikeout person. If you're somebody that does strikeouts, he did get an extra day of rest, too. So I think he could go pretty deep into the game. I don't hate it. Look at Woodruff's last few games. I know it doesn't really matter, but just curious. I know he had a short start his last start. He only went 4 innings, 4 innings. The second one was because he was pitching bad. The first one is he got pulled early. Even though in 4 innings he had 6 Ks against the Cubs. And before that, 8, 8, 6, 5, 10, 8. Yeah. I don't hate it. I don't love it. Like I said, I'd rather him be at 4.5, 5.5, but if it's plus money, it's not bad. Anyways, Cal Raleigh's probably hitting a homer today. Julio Rodriguez, Eugenio Suarez, probably hitting homers today. This is a really good game for homers. Randy, probably hitting a homer. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys today that are hitting a home run, or that have a really good chance to hit a home run today. 4 outstanding options for a home run here on the Mariners. So take your pick there. Game 12, A's, Tigers. Tigers minus 229. Their line is currently minus 203. I mean, I don't take teams at minus 200, but yeah, I could see you guys getting behind Scooball at minus 200 today. Tigers, outstanding home run options here against JT again. Riley Green, Kerry Carpenter both look great. Cork is not bad at 21%, but Carpenter and Riley Green look. You take either of those two guys. I would probably lean towards Riley Green, honestly, but whoever has the better odds, that's who you take. That's how I personally would. Or if you want, you can come in here and look at these data points and see who's hitting it better. But if it was up to me, I would just look at the odds and whichever one has a better line, I'd take. You take either of those guys for other props. Honestly, this entire top 4 looks good for hits, runs, guys. Carpenter or Riley Green or even Colt Keith for total bases look good. Cork, if you're taking him, it's home run or bust. There's nothing else you're taking. You're not taking him for a hit. You're not taking him for. On the other side here, I mean, against Scooball, I guess maybe get like a Shea homer, but like I wouldn't touch. I wouldn't take anybody against Tarek Scooball. You like a Randy Homer, Moo? I like a Randy Homer too. I like a Randy Homer too. But I also like the other 4 just as other 3. And then the game 13 here, Reds Dodgers. Hunter Green versus Emmett Sheehan. Give me the Reds as a dog, plus 119 on the road. Reds on the road with Hunter Green as a dog. I like it. Hunter Green can go 16 outs, 17 outs, 8 strikeouts. I like it. I like Hunter Green to get about 8 today. Dodgers struggle with these kinds of guys. Look at what Mizrowski did to him. Otani only a 26% chance at a homer. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that one. I think this play in this game is Hunter Green strikeouts or Reds money line. Maybe both. But player prop wise, there's not a ton. Pitch mixes are way too low against Hunter Green. The Reds offense, they're just too inconsistent. Noel V. Marte looks all right. He's the only guy I'd probably be on here would be Noel V. Marte. If you had to take somebody on this team, it's Noel. But versus righties, Noel V. Last 10 at bats. Fastball, slider, fastball, slider, changeup. 88 eggs of velo, 20% barrel rate. He has a triple and a homer in the last 10 at bats versus this pitch mix. Pretty favorable matchup. Yeah, I'd say this is reflective of a 6.72 for sure. A good amount of outs, but a homer and a triple. Yeah. 88 eggs of velo. 88 eggs of velo over last 89 over the last 30. 89, very consistent. 89 eggs of velo average. High barrel rate though, 20 out of the last 10. Yeah, Noelvi Marte would be the only guy here I'd be interested in looking at today for total bases. Hit guys on this. Maybe even a home run if you can get good odds for him. If you can get him at the plus 500 range, plus 475, yeah, he's worth it. Definitely worth it. Do I like the Royals? Yes, I do like the Royals. I did like the Royals. Yeah. All right. Projection leaderboard here. I mean, home runs. A lot of guys we talk about. Cal, 2 Tigers. Shohei, I mean, at 26%, you're not going to get a good line on him. There's our boy Julio. There's James Wood. There's Stanton. You're not going to get a good line for him. There's Suarez. There's Caminero. There's Lowe. All those guys we just talked about. Strikeout wise, doesn't look like a great. I mean, a lot of guys in the eights today, but their matchups are all really tough. That's the problem. You could take these. This might be actually a really good like long shot lay. Looking for something that's like just like a long shot for strikeouts. Honestly, a Skubal, Hunter Green, Brandon Woodruff, Jacob DeGrom, all at 8 strikeouts. Probably doesn't hit, but it probably nets you 10x if it does. Maybe a little more. Could consider that. Sanchez over on pitching outs is probably a really. You got a ton of options for hits, runs, and RBIs in total. Really good slate for these 2 prop categories, in my opinion. And on the scores, we like a lot of dogs today, man. We do. Red Sox is a favorite, solid, but Rays is a dog. Marlins is a dog. Nats is a dog. Twins is a dog. Who else? Royals are a favorite we like. Brewers a favorite we like. This game, there's nothing. Nothing. Padres is a dog. Actually, I don't remember if this is there. Yeah, and Reds is a dog. So, a lot of options today, especially these early games. Rays and Marlins, I really like. I really like the Rays and the Marlins there. Nats would be purely a value play. Just the fact they shouldn't be plus 190 or whatever they were. So, Stanton and Eugenio for a homer. I mean, yeah, Junior, Stanton, and Eugenio all look decent. You like Brewers? I do like the Brewers too. Royals and Brewers are decent favorites. Those are like the only 2 like favorites I actually like. Yeah, those would be the only 2 favorites. Oops. How's going up against? Oh, he's going up against a lefty today. 2 homers. 2 homers yesterday on Jacob Lopez. Wow. Huh. That's crazy. Yeah, I think Stanton Suarez Jr. Not a bad little play here. 23, 24, 25. So Suarez is so home run or bust versus lefties. It's insane. Honestly, I like J-Rod here. Let's look at J-Rod versus lefties. Batted balls in play. 70% hard hit rate. 96 exit velo. 20% barrel rate. Yeah, I mean, J-Rod versus lefties is such a good play. J-Rod versus lefties is such a good play. Suarez, only 83% exit velo. So, if you're riding off of the StatCast data, I think J-Rod's the guy here on the, well, obviously Cal Raleigh, but I think J-Rod's the guy on the Mariners. Just based on that data point. All right. I appreciate y'all chat. Sorry for the weird setup, YouTube. Sorry for the weird setup. Hopefully the video quality is okay. Hopefully the mic's okay. We're gonna get off here. We're gonna send this over to YouTube. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow running with the weird setup again. So Thank y'all for bearing with me. Sorry it's not as good as usual. We'll be back home for the weekend, and it'll be a lot better. But as always, like and subscribe and comment. Catch y'all tomorrow. Peace out.